Hi everyone, this is Liz with Surprise Spiritual Messages. And I have quite a large reading that I did last night that I am doing for you today. Okay. Sorry for the background noise, my kids are here. Okay. So I did quite a large reading for all of us. So I did 3, 6, 9. I have 13 cards. I have a 13 card mega reading. So I kind of split it up into different sections. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the situational. By the way, I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And I hope y'all have a wonderful new year. Okay. Hope you're doing things with family or friends or, Zoom calls or whatever your plans may be. It's good to spend time in whatever ways you can with friends and family right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll get to the situations. Okay, so the first card that I drew is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is abundance, potential for manifesting new financial opportunities, possibly career activities. It's always the card of potential. So there is greatness and potential for all of these wonderful things to come in for you. So this is a beautiful card. This is a nice way to have things. So that's kind of showing the potential of what could be coming up for you. I love how there's I didn't even notice this before. There's a little Christmas tree here. Quite amazing. And then we have up on the top, we have that full moon. And we do have another full moon coming up here on the 29th of December. So that's quite amazing. I didn't even notice that before. Very interesting. Kind of very relatable right now, so the irony in things. Okay, so we have all this potential coming. Okay, new opportunities. But then we have this card. So we have the reverse justice card. So I'm just going to flip this up so you can kind of just take a look at this card. Okay, so this card reverse generally means you've done something. And you might be in a place where you have a choice. So you can hide it and hope nobody finds out. Or you can own up to your mistakes and take some action to make it right. You are the one that has to live with this decision. So you are potentially being dishonest with yourself about something and others. So the idea is to look beyond your own fears and ego. Acknowledge to yourself that, hey, I did this. And do what you can to make it right. Because that's going to free yourself from shame or guilt. And you're going to forgive yourself. Okay? And when you're able to do that, you're able to work on making better decisions in the future. Okay? So that's what this card is. And this also could be not just for you. This could also mean that you're the one that this has happened to as well. Okay? And our third card in the situation, we have the Seven of Swords, which goes right along with the Justice card, actually, because there's two scenarios here. So the scenario one with the Seven of Swords is, because this card usually indicates betrayal, theft. Either way, it's not a very good card. It's a card of wrongdoing. So there's two scenarios. So one, you may be the victim of someone else's betrayal. You may be trusting someone who has their own agenda. Or two, you may be hiding something. Or you have done the betrayal. trickery and the deception. And maybe you're trying to get away with something. So those are the two situations that I have. So some situation has or will be impacting you in this manner. And, nobody likes to go through any of these things. But, ultimately, like the Justice card said, you're the one that has to live with these things. And the only way to free yourself from these things is to, if you've made the mistake, to own up to it and free yourself from all the guilt. So you can move forward. And that's where I feel like this Ace of Pentacles comes in. I feel like there is potential. There is potential for this. But we have to do the hard work first. We have to get through the issues and get to the root of the matter. And I feel like the potential is then there. And again, here we have that full moon. So I'm going to guess this is sometime around this full moon. Okay. So there's the situation. Okay. So the second part of this that I am going to go over with you is the energy. So again, we have 3 cards for energy. Okay. So we have the 5th chakra. So we have Archangel Gabriel here. Okay. That's has to do with the throat chakra. So communication, speaking up, not being afraid to use your voice, stand your ground. This could be singing praise. Given that we're pretty close to Christmas, could very well be. Also with this, some blockages that might be happening. You could have sore throat, laryngitis, swollen lymph nodes. All these are blockages of the throat chakra. So you may be in need of, speaking your opinion or getting through a situation or communicating. And maybe that will help to open up the lines of communication. So that's one of the energies of the situation. Okay. And Archangel Gabriel is pretty powerful. He is good for, protection. And I feel like he's really good with certain aspects of, making sure that things are okay. Like he's the protector, the overseer, I feel like. Okay. Then we have the 6th chakra, and we have Archangel Metatron, which I love this because I loved all the energy in this illustration of this card. And this has to do with your 3rd eye chakra, which is intuition, spiritual awakening, which I know is happening to a lot of people right now. This could indicate certain dreams, faith, also your relationship with God or divine or source, however you see God. Some of the blockages that you might have with this are headaches, nightmares, maybe a lack of motivation or even a lack of creativity. So you might have some of those blockages. So you might need to just take some time to focus on yourself. Sometimes I say getting back to nature is a good way because nature heals a lot of things. So, sometimes just taking a breather and getting outside of your 4 walls is kind of key to just kind of refreshing yourself. It's like taking time out for yourself to just kind of to breathe and just take in everything that is outside of your problem areas. Okay. So we definitely have that energy and Archangel Metatron, which feel like I have a personal connection with Metatron. Has to do with the color purple for me anyways. And happiness. Okay. Anxiety. So let's talk about this one a little bit. I always save the best for last. So anxiety. So clearly there's fear or doubts about a situation. And what we need to do is we need to reach out to others for support at this time. Remember your tools for keeping your ground. So when you feel like you're having that anxiety, you want to identify sounds that you hear. Close your eyes. Like, what do you smell? Where are you right now in this moment? Like, all you have to worry about is this moment. like right now, like live in the present. So I know that the holidays is typically, the time that a lot of us have experienced many different things. Some of us have experienced loss, and a lot of us are feeling anxious or maybe just feeling a little lost, okay? But you know what? You're inside and you're safe. When you look at this picture and you see this storm outside, you are safe, okay? Everything out there, like that storm, is like what your mind is putting there. So if you put the storm in your mind, you're going to see the storm and that's what you're going to see. If you see a sunny day, that's what you're going to see. It's all about putting yourself in this mindset. Live in the present. You're okay right now in this very moment. Okay? And you need to remember that. So no matter how stressful or how anxious you may be, you're here. You're right here, right now, and you're okay. Okay? You're okay. So just remember. Okay? So that's the energy of the situation. Okay, so we're going to go to the messages for resolution, which I use my fairy cards for. Okay, and clearly, ask for help. Like I was just saying, reach out to those that you love and you trust. You can pray or ask for angelic assistance. And I kind of like that because some of us need help. And you know what? It doesn't hurt to ask for help. And if I'm not mistaken, this actually looks like Archangel Raphael with the green healing light. So maybe that's with you too at this time. Maybe if you see a lot of green, which you probably will because it is Christmas. The time for healing. Okay? Okay, this one I love the best because I feel like it's a Christmas message. So, well, the title doesn't. So, fairy spotting. So, the message below. Okay? It said that seeing is believing. But in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. I mean, you don't have to see wind to know that it's there. You feel it. Which is much like love and faith. Okay? We can't always see it, but we know that it is there. We can feel it. Okay? I love this message. Okay? Believing is seeing. When you believe, you will start to see. Sometimes you'll even get to see more opportunities. So make sure that you're keeping your eyes open. Okay? And make sure that you have your heart open and you're feeling. Allow yourself to be open. Okay? And last but not least, healing, which I just stated earlier, because we had the healing green of Archangel Raphael in that one card. And here we are with the healing. So it's a time to give or to receive healing. Be the healer. And when I say that, I mean sometimes reaching out to others in a time of need can also be healing for you as well. So actually, when you give, you actually receive. Giving is receiving. So you have this healing energy with you. Okay? Okay, so now, last but not least, we have relationships. And then we will have the angel card for a final message. Okay. So, the relationship cards, here we go. Are you ready? Okay. So, the first card we got is envy. Okay? So, I feel like there are two sides as well to this one. So, someone is being jealous. They may be hiding their true feelings about it so they do not hurt anyone. Okay? Like, quote unquote, I want what you have. Okay? So, this scenario A, someone is secretly jealous of your friendship or relationship with someone, and they might be keeping that a secret. So maybe secretly they're envying you and the things that you have in your relationships. Okay? Or there's B, which you might be the one who is envious of a friendship or relationships, and maybe you're keeping that secret. Maybe that has to tie in with the Justice card. So maybe your jealousy is the secret or something that you might be hiding with that Justice card that I had earlier for situation. Okay? There really is, though, no need to be jealous, and you shouldn't really compare yourself to others. A lot of the things that we see at face value are not what it really is. So you might see the white picket fence, but behind that white picket fence might be something that you don't even know about. So it could be way worse than what you're actually seeing. So just keep that in mind. Okay? The second one I have is family issues, okay? So you might be dealing with family who are a bit doubtful or unsure about who you are with. Or this could be who you are with having issues with your family. And what needs to happen is, like with this owl here, we need to get some wisdom. We need to get some knowledge. Okay? We need to figure out what's going on here. Get to the root of the matter. I wouldn't do it right now. I know that there's a lot of, with the holidays. I mean, of course, there's sometimes a little family drama in the holidays. Some of that does happen, unfortunately. But you know what? This issue, I feel like it does need to be dealt with, but I feel like this isn't something that is 100% urgent. So your timing on this is going to be very critical, okay? So make sure you're dealing with these issues at an appropriate time, okay? And the last card that we have for relationships is growth, okay? Like the card says, nourish something and it will grow. Positivity equals prosperity. And it may be the start of something new. So for, us in the relationships, after all of the realizations that have come to light, there'll be growth and learning from these experiences. And it's all for our own good. Okay? So it's like a new beginning. So a fresh start. So we're all going to be doing some growing here. So once we think we confront our issues, I feel like we're going to be on this path. It's going to allow us to grow, and some of those clouds are going to break up, and you're finally going to see the light. Okay? So definitely some growth happening. Okay. And last but not least, I use the Domino Angels, courtesy of BDevine or Divine Miracles. You can visit her website at DevineMiracles.com. Okay, we have Archangel Haniel. So Archangel Haniel is with you and reminds you that your kindness is very much appreciated. You are about to receive some extra kindness from someone who has a complete turnaround. Old friends and past lovers could come back with a surprising new outlook, which will bring relief. Try to always be helpful and kind, even when it's the hardest thing you can do. Anything is possible. Okay, so here we have that kindness card. We have a lot of archangels messages with us. So I feel like, we're all being surrounded by guidance right now. And we all have support here. Okay, and that's one thing we have to remember is kindness. I know that it's hard to, given that we haven't had so much social interaction. Sometimes it's easier to just go about our business and, not show little things of kindness. But remember, it's one of those things like that spreads like wildfire. When you're kind to someone else, sometimes those people also are kind to others, and then they're kind to others, and it just spreads around. And a lot of this world could use some of this. So remember what you're doing at this time, do it with some kindness. So maybe even some people are not being so kind. I guess the response here, in my opinion, would be to, don't lash out and just be kind. Kill them with kindness. I feel like at this time, this isn't a time for battle. This is a time for peace. And I feel like right now, that's what we need to do. We need to keep the peace. Okay? If you want to have your battle, you want to hash out your conflict, yes, you can do that, but I feel now is not the time. So handle things with a kind and gentle heart, and you'll see that kindness eventually return to you. Kind of like the laws of karma. Okay, so there's our Archangel card and the final card. So I hope that, sometimes when I do these readings, at first you're kind of like, I really don't know how this applies to me. But I've said this before. Oftentimes when I do a reading, I'll be in a situation like a month later or 2 weeks later, and I'm looking back at my readings like, dang, that was like spot on, and I didn't even see that coming. So for some of you, it's going to be like, okay, maybe you might not understand this right now, but it will make sense when the time comes. You'll be like, aha, okay, I get it. I see where that's coming into play. Because sometimes these readings, sometimes there is no exact time frame. Granted, we see symbols in cards all the time, so it's a good indicator. And it's not always guaranteed. So sometimes, we'll have those aha moments and be like, okay, I didn't know that I didn't really even see this coming. And now it makes a lot of sense. And then I just go back and look at the video and go like, oh my goodness, like everything that I said literally is this situation. And sometimes that happens. So I just want you to keep an open heart and an open mind, and, know that it doesn't matter who does the reading for you. It can be anybody that does the reading, or even a reading you've done for yourself. Sometimes, when you first hear it, you're kind of like, I don't know if this really fits me. And that's okay, because a lot of times it won't fit you until that situation pops up and you're like, oh, crap, this is exactly what they were trying to tell me. So I just wanted you to keep an open heart and an open mind, and to see that in a different perspective. Okay? So I hope that all of you have a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. I do apologize that my readings haven't exactly been on par lately. I know I kind of had to go through some things and get through some family death stuff, and I needed some time to kind of cope with that. So now that some of that's been dealt with, and I'm still going to be healing from that for a while, at least now I have felt more comfortable to do some more readings. So with that being said, just stay tuned. I know that things do get busy around New Year's and Christmas because we're in the holiday season. But I'm hoping that I can keep getting these readings out for you. And, one thing that would really help me when I'm doing the readings, I do all these mega readings. I do a lot of things for free. And I don't mind. I love helping people. That's ultimately the purpose here. I want to share the messages and share the wisdom with everyone. And that's totally what I'm here for. So if you need something, feel free to message me and let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Another thing you can do, if you didn't want a reading, you can donate to me as well. I do have a PayPal. I do have a Venmo. I have a website as well you might want to check out. Also, if you want to stay in tune and keep hearing all the content that I have and seeing all the content, you can also hit the like on my page up at the top and like my page, and then you'll get all the notifications for that as well. And I also have a YouTube. So the more support, the better. And I appreciate all of you that have supported me on this journey and keep supporting me. I really am very appreciative and thankful to you. I have taken a lot of time to do this over the last 2 to 3 years, and I'm going to keep doing this. This is what I love to do. So I hope that you'll stay updated and tuned in with me. And, I love doing all these wonderful candlelit readings, but I also love to do my fun, quirky stuff too. So let me know what else you'd like, how you'd like me to do it. If you want to see me being funny and we just want to tune in once in a while just to chat or live video, hey, I'm all for it. I love doing this. So, all right, with that, I'm going to wrap this up because this is quite a long video. We had a lot of cards to get through. So anyhow, take care, guys. Stay tuned. And thank you so much for your support. And remember, stay positive during these times and keep your head up. And bye for now. Bye, guys.